Hey everyone, it's Jillian.
And Nathaniel, and we are the Bergamot, and we have some really exciting news.
So the Hawkins family, which you saw in the last video that we released, they just successfully hit their goal on their fundraiser to rebuild their house and make it new after the flood.
Man, it's just been such a cool journey to connect with Laura from the original film, what actually happened in Asheville, a Hurricane Helene Story, to doing an interview with her, hearing her personal story of how they went through the floodwaters, walked 5 miles, got to their home, saw the damage, saw the devastation, and now to be on this side of it where at least we know with their newborn infant that they can get into a home sometime soon in the next month is an exciting development, and we were just really excited to bring you that information and also play a song today that we are dedicating to all of our friends in Asheville. And what song is that?
So we haven't completely named it, so if you have any ideas, we're thinking of calling it The Well Unknown, but we could also name it something with Asheville in the title, so if anyone has any ideas, drop it in the comments below.
Yeah, and one thing we wanted to say as well is if you're willing to share, we'd love to hear your favorite place in Asheville or a favorite memory that you have. And let us know, because the Well Unknown title is something that there's a lot of things out there that we want to learn more about, and maybe this is your chance to let us know a little bit about you so we can know more, and next time we come to Asheville, hopefully see some places.
I would also say this song resonates personally with me because we are a band and we're also filmmakers, and to be honest, we're well unknown. Like, we have been touring for the last 14 years all over the world, and we've played venues from Indiana to Paris to all over. Actually, we've been to all 50 states with our film that we shot here called State of the Unity. But we've been hustling as artists, and so it's really wild to be able to share music that is well unknown with you, and also to be lifting up Asheville, a place that is so dear to our hearts that we've been touring to for over a decade.
So that's a song called Well Unknown. We hope you enjoy. There is a road up in the mountains, it's well unknown. At night you can see every star burning so brightly. Out on the road, it's well unknown. There is a stream where the birds fly up and sing, way up in the sky, where the sun hits it just right. Out on the road, it's well unknown. So if you live your whole life through, if you don't look up, then you never do. Through the clouds above, it's all blue, it's all blue, it's all blue. It's all blue, into the great unknown. When the day is done, that's where we'll go. Through the clouds above. So if you live your whole life through, if you don't look up, then you never knew. Through the clouds above, it's all blue,
is all blue, is all blue, is all blue, is all blue. It's all blue, it's all blue, it's all blue, it's all blue.
So that one goes out to Asheville and everybody who is helping in the relief efforts there all around the world. There have been people who have donated to places like Old Europe, which is in downtown Asheville right now, still giving out supplies and goods to people on the ground, and also to the Hawkins family and Samaritan Purse and everything like that.
And there's a lot of information, things going on in the background right now that we did get a chance to meet up with the owner of Old Europe here in Charlotte. We were actually at a ballet performance
that we got invited to go to. That was a part of our artist residency.
And her son was there and saw us and recognized us from the video. And then the next day we got a chance to meet up and have some dinner together and hear the incredible story of what she is doing. She's continuing to do exactly what she did in the film. She's giving food away to people, helping work with the employees to find ways to get back into their homes, and just an incredible story. So we're hoping in the future to be able to sit down with her and put out a YouTube video here as well.
Ooh, that would be super fun.
How things have been going. But one of the things that we've talked to her about that was very interesting is this will be a very long-term cleanup and recovery from Hurricane Helene. It has been a devastating thing, and so it's going to take a long time to recover, but I know the good people of Asheville are really putting their best foot forward and making strides in recovering.
Also update, my precious cousin Kat and her amazing husband David, they just got power back on. So this is big news. I have been following them every day, texting, how are you? What can we do to help? And they're like, we just got power back. So that's a big deal. And I'm celebrating alongside them. And of course, we're still praying for every single person who is without power, without water, without supplies. They lost their house. They lost a child, a beloved family member. So just know you're in our hearts and prayers as well.
For sure. And another thing we wanted to say was we wanted to welcome all the new YouTube subscribers to our channel. We really appreciate you coming and taking this journey with us. We have no idea where it's going to take us ultimately. You know, we went from making a film in 2016 to 2024. We made a film called State of the Unity, and
that's a feature-length film.
It's a feature-length film,
which is actually on Apple TV, Tubi, Amazon Prime, and on YouTube. You can actually rent it on YouTube, and that became Oscar eligible last year, which is mind-blowing. We literally went from sleeping in our car to filming that to doing an Oscar campaign, which is crazy.
And we're also putting out a load of new music on Spotify and all the DSPs as well, so you can check us out there. We wanted to play another song. This is a song called Over the Water, and it was written in Waco, Texas earlier this spring, but we thought it might be a fun song to share with you right now. So here's a song called Over the Water.
Yourself just one more day, would you hold on tight or throw it away? Watch it float under the bridge over the waters. We see all that we know over the waters. So please don't race to throw life away. The sun will rise and the river runs another day. this hope just like a bird. Don't hold too tight, don't say a word. Knowing these feelings deep inside your soul. We learn in time, we can't just let life go. So please don't race to throw life away. The sun will rise and the river runs another day. So please don't race to throw life away. The sun will rise and the river runs another day. Please don't race to throw life away. The sun will rise and the river runs another day.
I love playing that one.
So in the comments below, another thing we'd love to hear from you is what you would love to see on our YouTube channel. We are in a phase of discovery right now, and
we have some ideas.
I'll
actually, how about I share some ideas and then they can share some ideas?
Sure.
Okay, so here's one. This is like a pitch session. So what if you and I continue to go out into America and we film on the ground stories that are uplifting of everyday Americans who are doing amazing work to spread positivity, be the bridge in their community, and be like unifiers, I guess, in their community.
Yeah.
Like show like uplifting stories. Like, for example, I'd love to, like you said, go to Old Europe and interview the owner because she is literally being a bridge and positively impacting the community. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's really cool. One of the things that we had talked about at the beginning of 2024 was about making another film. So I've filmed a couple of different vignettes going from this spring all the way through to, we went to the RNC and the DNC this year. We've got a lot of footage there, so we'll probably be sharing some of that in addition to some of the things that we've been filming. They're little vignettes, about 20 minutes. Figured it might be an interesting thing you can see from our perspective what we're seeing on the ground.
I also feel like the reason why we went even to the RNC and DNC is because in our last film, State of the Unity, we went there on the ground, and we went in 2016 to see what was happening. How are people civically engaging? Like, what's the tone? What's happening at both? And so this year we wanted to go back because it's been 8 years, right?
It is.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
So we went on the ground, we filmed. Maybe we'll share some of that so you can actually see what it was like from just like a regular citizen journalist on the ground, musician,
But
person.
hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you have an idea of things that you'd like to see, more music videos, more interviews, more on the ground footage. You let us know. The last thing that I wanted to say is I wanted to share a story with you that we've been sharing all throughout this year, and it has almost a dovetail connection to what happened and what we're seeing in Asheville. And what we say is that what we've seen in our world is like if we're both driving on a street. So let's say you and I are driving on a street. You're going one way, I'm going the other way. And a tree falls in the middle of the road, right?
Yes.
So you can't go anywhere, I can't go anywhere. The first thing you see is a billboard that says, hey, if a tree falls in the road, call me, I'll fix your tree. You call it and you find out, hey, we got 20 other trees that fell. We can't help you. Okay. So the next thing you do is you call the cops and you say, hey, we've got this tree in the road. We need some help here. They say, hey, unfortunately, we can only be responding to certain crimes at this time. This isn't something we can respond to. You call the fire department and it turns out they're responding to some other fires. And what we've said is that in our lives, civic engagement is learning that you're sitting in a car and you look at the door handle and you realize that you can pull the door handle and you can walk out of the door. Once you walk out of the door, then you start looking at the tree and you see that, there's all these people on both sides now that have been collecting that can get out and help move the tree together. And I think that that's such a prophetic thing that's happening right now, is that it's all about bringing each other together to work together regardless of your differences. Because as the tree sits in the road and people back up car to car to car, the 100th person that pulls up and is pissed, that's extremism, right? That's somebody who's just mad, they don't know why. But if we all can get back to work together, then I think that there's a way forward. And it may not be easy, but it's the path that we believe in. And that was the vision that we had for the next film.
What's wild is right now, like literally right now in Asheville, on the ground, you're seeing this. You're seeing everyday Americans from all corners of America travel to help, to donate, to be of service, to cut down trees. Someone's like, hey, I have a hammer. Hey, I have a tree cutter. What saw? Yeah. I have a saw. Or us, we're musicians. Like, we are traveling musicians. We're here now in Charlotte in artist residency. Like, we happen to be there, and now we're using the meager things that we have, but also this incredible YouTube channel to raise funds and awareness for the family we met, for amazing independent small businesses, for places like Samaritan Purse and Manna Foods and stuff like that. So it's like, no matter how big or small, whatever you have, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have lots of things. It's the meaning. It's what you put, the intent behind things that matter. So like what you're saying, I love that analogy so much. I'm glad you shared it. Because, how do we work together, right? If we're different, or let's say I vote differently and you vote differently, instead of hating each other, maybe we can invite each other to actually talk and listen to people and have empathy instead of demonizing each other.
And in realizing that we can step out of our cars and we can all move this tree together, we're empowered to realize that we can help each other. And that's something that I think we saw in Asheville and we're continuing to see in Asheville.
And even in North Carolina, like I'm seeing people all over Charlotte collecting blankets from their house to give and to send to Asheville for people who don't have a home anymore and they're cold or they need blankets because they lost it in the flood or whatnot. So
we'll leave you with this. The one place that we know for sure that you can continue to support is Old Europe. They have been doing incredible work on the ground. It's an amazing way to know that your money is going to people who have probably already spent it supporting the community.
They definitely have. I got figures. I got some strong figures from them where they've already spent a tremendous amount of personal money to help the community. So it's impressive.
So definitely keep supporting them. And we may have other stories that we're able to share with you in the future of ways you can continue to support the people of Asheville. As we learn and as we share that learning with you, we hope it's a process that's meaningful. This last song that we're going to play...
Before you jump into that, I have been getting flooded with emails from people who are watching asking how can they support the work that we're doing. They are appreciating this journalism. They're appreciating the fact that we're literally musicians turned journalists, and they want to support. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you are enjoying this content, we are not monetizing any of this. So that's really important for you all to know. So we're not making any money on this content. We are creating it for the people. So if you'd like to support us, we do have a Patreon page, and we're going to put the link right here below so you can check that out as well. And we hope to be able to share more uplifting stories with all of you.
So we're going to round it out with a song called Young Again. This is a coming-of-age song. It is a sea shanty.
Didn't you write this song right after you found out that your most beloved Grandma Joan passed away?
For sure. So this is a song called Young Again. We hope you enjoy it.
When I was a young boy, I had a vision of dreams that would become of me. My late night adventures, my sweet youth surrender, learning who I'd rather be. Well, I held on to my grandpa's clock, gave it all that I had. Life was an ocean and I was a captain, set on a journey to sea. 'Cause I always wanted to be older, but now that I'm older, I wanna be young again. Well, I wanna be young again. not too much stronger. And there are scenes I wanna see. Go dancing in Asheville, backpack the Rockies, hold on to everything. Fall asleep with New York City, Asheville's calling my name. When North Carolina meets old West Virginia, Atlanta, please hold my hand. 'Cause I always wanted to be older, but now that I'm older, I wanna be young again. 'Cause I always wanted to be older, but now that I'm older, I wanna be young again. Well, I wanna be young again. Well, there was a time when I was much younger, and now that's well behind me. 'Cause years turn to days and days turn to hours, lines in the reflections I see. On the South Shore outside Chicago, reality starts to creep in. Now that I'm older, the magic glows lower, the old boat I struggled to see. One 4th of July, it all sank in. The world that I'd been living in, it washed up there right on the shore. The world I'd seen, I wanted nothing more than to take the hand of Miss Liberty. Dance one last dance, just her and me. We'll make our footsteps on the shore. All I cared was to have one moment more. 'Cause I always wanted to be older, but now that I'm older, I wanna be young again. 'Cause I always wanted to be older, but now that I'm older, I wanna be young. Well, I wanna be young again. 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 Well, I heard that there was this secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you now? And it goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall and the major lift, and the barefoot king composing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Things that I've learned since then, I go back and do it all again. To be young again. Would you be young again? Hallelujah. What have you learned since? Hallelujah. Go back and do it all. Hallelujah. To be young again. 'Cause I always wanted to be old. But now that I'm older, I wanna be young again.
Well, we thank you for joining us in another session here on YouTube. And we hope you are having a good day. And tell someone that you love them.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what was that last word?
Tell someone that you love them.
Ooh, I like that.
Why not? I think it's a thing. Okay. It just became a thing if you wanted to.
I love it. I hope you're having a good day, and tell someone you love that you love them. So,
that you love them.
I love you.
I love you. There you go. We've started it. Now you continue it.
All right. Oh boy, we've been together for too long. We'll see you on the next episode, whatever that looks like. Leave the comments below.
Make sure to subscribe and follow, and we will see you on the flip side, ever upwards.
Shine on. Peace.